If you are sitting here today, feeling the heavy weight of restless nights or a weary body, listen closely to this forgotten truth. Your body is not simply wearing down with age. It is quietly starving for the soft, deliberate cadence of life itself. Deep within your chest, an ancient nerve waits patiently for your command. A biological pathway that ancient Tibetan monks learned to master centuries ago, unlocking boundless cellular vitality, deep restorative sleep, and profound inner stillness. Perhaps you have noticed in your own body how easily modern life steals your breath away. We rush through our days with short, shallow gasps, signaling constant danger to our fragile nervous system. This hidden emotional stress floods your bloodstream with cortisol, silently accelerating biological aging, clouding your sharp mind, and keeping your eyes wide open at midnight. But what if a simple, effortless change in your breath could instantly reverse this silent decay and restore your natural rhythm? Look at the ancient monks of the high Himalayas, men who maintain vibrant health, flawless cognitive clarity, and smooth, radiant skin well into their 90s. Their secret is neither an expensive medicine nor a complex secret routine. It lies in a precise, rhythmic breathing pattern that acts as a natural biological brake pedal, instantly shifting your brain into deep recovery mode. And modern neuroscience has recently proven why this ancient habit protects the aging brain. Consider the young disciple who once climbed the mountain trail, burdened by anxiety and a racing heart. He asked his master, "How do I quiet the storm inside my chest?" The master simply smiled, placed a warm hand upon the young man's shoulder, and whispered, "You cannot fight the mind with the mind. You must use the breath to lead the soul home." What the young disciple discovered next surprised even his most experienced teacher. The master instructed him to breathe in slowly through the nose, counting to 4, holding that precious air for 2 brief seconds, and releasing it like a gentle waterfall for 6 full counts. As the disciple practiced this quiet cadence, his racing heart slowed, his body relaxed, and an overwhelming sense of peace washed over his mind. This soft, extended exhale is the precise key that stimulates your vagus nerve, lowering your heart rate. Harvard neuroscientists studying this exact breathing sequence discovered something remarkable. Within 2 minutes, your body stops producing stress hormones and begins releasing powerful, anti-inflammatory signals throughout your entire nervous system. This simple biological shift flushes away daily fatigue, calms painful joint inflammation, and prepares your mind for the deepest, most restorative sleep you have experienced in decades. And yet, there is one subtle mistake most adults make after age 60. Most people believe that taking massive, heavy gulps of oxygen brings life to the body. But the opposite is true. When you breathe too deeply or too fast, you starve your brain of vital oxygen, causing blood vessels to constrict and stress to build up inside your chest. The ancient monks knew that true vitality comes from slow, soft, and quiet breathing, allowing carbon dioxide to balance naturally, unlocking oxygen delivery to every aging cell. Listen closely to what this means for your daily life. When you master this gentle air rationing secret, your blood pressure naturally stabilizes, your brain fog clears away, and your cellular age begins to slow down dramatically. You are no longer at the mercy of nighttime anxiety or midday exhaustion. Instead, you possess an internal sanctuary that you can enter whenever life feels overwhelming or uncertain. The next lesson holds the true secret to restoring your inner energy. Imagine waking up every morning feeling light, refreshed, and truly eager to embrace the day ahead. No longer dragging through fatigue or lying awake at 2 in the morning with a mind that refuses to quiet down. By dedicating just 5 peaceful minutes before sleep to this Buddhist breath practice, you give your heart, your brain, and your soul the priceless gift of total biological renewal. A gift that modern medicine is only now beginning to fully understand. As we journey deeper into these sacred teachings together, remember that your breath is the faithful companion that has been with you since your very first moment on this earth. It asks for nothing, yet gives you everything needed to heal, protect, and rejuvenate your entire body. But to truly unlock its full longevity potential, we must explore the second ancient secret that monks use to quiet their minds. A subtle shift in focus during evening hours. If you are sitting here today, struggling with a mind that refuses to slow down when night falls, know that you are not alone. In our modern world, the evening hours often bring an endless cascade of worries, unresolved thoughts, and bodily tension. But ancient Buddhist wisdom teaches us that sleep is not something we force. It is a gentle doorway we step through. By shifting your attention from your thoughts to the quiet rise of your chest, peace naturally follows. The monks call this practice the silent observation of life force, a state where you cease striving and simply allow the body to breathe itself. When you lie down at night, place one hand gently upon your abdomen, feeling it rise like a soft ocean wave with every inhale and fall smoothly with every exhale. This subtle tactile focus redirects blood flow away from the brain's stress centers, signaling to your biological clock that it is safe to rest. Stanford brain researchers studying long-term meditators discovered that this simple physical grounding decreases activity in the default mode network, the exact region responsible for repetitive overthinking and late-night anxiety. As this neural chatter fades away, your brain begins producing alpha waves, transitioning effortlessly into the deep, non-REM sleep stages where cellular repair takes place. What the ancient master revealed to his young student next explains why this practice deepens over time. The young disciple asked, "Master, what if my mind wanders back to my troubles while I try to rest?" The master paused by a calm stream, pointed to a drifting autumn leaf, and replied, "Do not fight the leaf. Do not try to stop the water. Simply watch it float past. When thoughts arise in the dark, acknowledge them without judgment, and return gently to the soft rise and fall of your breath. Listen closely to what this means for your daily vitality. When you stop fighting your thoughts at night, your nervous system stops producing adrenaline. Your heart rate settles into its natural resting rhythm. Your arterial walls relax, and your body begins its essential maintenance work. Over time, this simple mental release restores your daytime focus, strengthens your immune system, and protects your cardiovascular health as you age. Modern science has recently proven why this ancient habit protects the aging brain. Neuroscientists have found that deep, uninterrupted sleep triggers the brain's glymphatic system, a natural cleansing process that flushes out cellular waste and harmful proteins accumulated throughout the day. Without this nightly clearance, brain fog settles in, memory weakens, and cognitive decline accelerates. By using the breath to enter restorative sleep, you actively safeguard your mind, keeping your memory sharp and your thoughts clear for years to come. And yet, there is one subtle mistake most adults make after age 60 during their evening routine. They attempt to practice breathing exercises while staring at bright screens or after eating heavy late-night meals. These external factors overstimulate your biology, confusing your brain's internal rhythm. To unlock the full power of this ancient practice, create a quiet transition period before bed, dimming the lights, turning away from noise, and preparing your spirit for rest. Perhaps you have noticed in your own body how much lighter you feel after just a few moments of intentional quiet. The tension in your shoulders melts away, your jaw unclenches, and your posture naturally aligns. This physical ease is not a coincidence. It is your nervous system shifting out of survival mode and into deep healing. The next lesson holds the true secret to restoring your inner energy. In the monasteries of the East, energy is not viewed as something you create through effort, but something you preserve through harmony. Every unnecessary worry, every hurried breath, drains your vital reservoir. By practicing the simple breathing cadence each evening, you plug these invisible leaks, allowing your body to rebuild its reserves of vitality, giving you abundant strength, emotional stability, and boundless clarity for your golden years. As we prepare to explore the third sacred pillar of longevity, take a slow, deliberate breath right now. Feel the air nourish your lungs, and release it completely. You are learning to master the very engine of your life force. In our next moments together, we will reveal how the ancient monks used breathwork to transform physical discomfort and joint stiffness into effortless motion, opening the door to lasting vitality. If you are sitting here today, carrying the daily burden of stiff joints or physical discomfort, listen gently to this ancient truth. Pain is often amplified when our tissues are starved of calm, oxygen-rich blood circulation. When we tense up around physical discomfort, our breathing becomes restricted, locking inflammation deeper inside the body. But by sending slow, intentional breaths into areas of tightness, you unlock a natural mechanism that softens physical strain and restores ease. Perhaps you have noticed in your own body how physical discomfort seems to peak during times of stress or cold weather. Ancient Tibetan medicine views the joints not as static bones, but as dynamic rivers of energy and fluid that depend entirely on breath movement. When your breath flows deeply and continuously, it stimulates lymphatic drainage, flushing away metabolic waste products that collect around aging joints, replacing stiffness with fluid, comfortable movement. Consider the young disciple who once complained to his master about aching knees after hours of meditation. The master smiled, handed him a warm cup of herbal tea, and said, "You are fighting the sensation instead of breathing into it. Where the breath goes, blood follows, and where blood flows, healing begins." What the young disciple discovered next surprised even his master, changing how he approached physical pain forever. The disciple learned to visualize his breath as a warm, golden light traveling directly into his stiff joints with every inhale, and carrying away tension with every exhale. Within minutes, the sharp edges of his discomfort began to dissolve into a gentle, manageable warmth. Modern pain management research confirms this exact visualization technique alters brain pain perception, reducing signaling intensity in the central nervous system, allowing the body to naturally release endomorphins. Harvard researchers studying chronic pain recovery discovered that controlled breathwork lowers systemic inflammatory markers like interleukin-6 and C-reactive protein. When you adopt a rhythmic, 6-second breathing pace, your body shifts out of the inflammatory sympathetic state into parasympathetic repair. This simple practice offers a natural, zero side effect pathway to easing morning stiffness, preserving mobility, and protecting your physical independence as the years go by. And yet, there is one subtle mistake most adults make. Most people instinctively hold their breath when they experience physical discomfort, unconsciously locking muscle groups into rigid defense. This automatic bracing reaction cuts off oxygen supply, creating a vicious cycle of increased pain and heightened muscular anxiety. To break this hidden cycle, train yourself to respond to discomfort with a long, soft exhale, teaching your nervous system that it is safe to let go, releasing unnecessary physical tension across your entire body. Listen closely to what this means for your daily life. When you replace physical bracing with conscious breath movement, morning stiffness loses its power over your day. You can move through your daily tasks with greater grace, balance, and physical confidence. You are no longer living in fear of bodily limitations, but actively supporting your physical structure with every breath you take. Modern neuroscience has recently proven why this ancient habit protects the aging brain. Neuroscientists have shown that long-term practice of mindful movement combined with breath control preserves gray matter volume in brain regions responsible for motor coordination and body awareness. As we age, this neural preservation prevents balance loss, reduces fall risks, and maintains sharp mind-body communication. By dedicating a few moments each day to conscious breath movement, you are actively safeguarding your brain's movement center, keeping your steps steady and sure. Imagine stepping into each morning feeling supple, grounded, and free in your own skin, no longer held back by lingering aches or dreading physical movement. By incorporating this simple breath-guided easing sequence into your morning routine, you give your joints, muscles, and nerves the essential circulation needed to thrive. The next lesson holds the true secret to restoring your inner energy, opening up a profound reservoir of lifelong emotional balance. As we prepare to uncover how ancient monks protected their emotional heart from life's inevitable losses and stresses, take a moment to honor your body's innate wisdom. Your physical frame has carried you through decades of life, and with proper breath support, it possesses an extraordinary capacity for continuous renewal. In our next moments together, we will reveal the sacred breath secret that calms emotional turmoil, filling your home with lasting peace. If you are sitting here today, carrying the unspoken weight of emotional fatigue or quiet grief, let these words gently comfort your heart. Over a long and meaningful life, we collect many memories, some filled with joy and others with heavy sorrow. When emotional pain remains unspoken, it settles into the chest as a physical tightness, making every breath feel constrained. But ancient masters discovered that your breath is a sacred bridge, capable of dissolving grief into quiet acceptance. Perhaps you have noticed in your own life how grief and emotional worry alter the way you breathe. The chest becomes guardedly tight, air stops flowing fully into the lower lungs, and the nervous system remains stuck in a silent alert mode. The monks teach that to heal an aching heart, you must open the breath from deep within the belly. By allowing the abdomen to expand fully with warmth, you release stored emotional tension, returning balance to your inner world. Consider the young disciple who lost his beloved mentor and felt a deep darkness settling upon his soul. He sat weeping before the ancient master, unable to find comfort. The master did not offer empty words, but placed a gentle hand over the young man's heart and said, "Do not push the grief away. Breathe into the center of your chest, and let the breath hold your sorrow until it transforms into gratitude." What the disciple experienced next opened a new path. As the young disciple allowed his breath to gently envelope his sorrow, he felt the suffocating tightness in his chest soften into a deep, soothing warmth. He realized that grief is simply love with nowhere to go, and through conscious breathing, that love expands back into the world. Stanford psychological studies confirm that heart-focused deep breathing directly stimulates the parasympathetic nerve pathways, rapidly reducing emotional stress and restoring neurological harmony during times of grief or deep sadness. Neuroscientists studying emotional regulation discovered that rhythmic breathing activates the insular cortex, the brain region responsible for internal emotional processing and empathy. When you breathe with slow, deliberate rhythm, you change the emotional signaling sent from your body to your mind. This simple practice offers immediate emotional relief, lowering elevated blood pressure, calming a racing pulse, and protecting your cardiovascular health during periods of loss or anxiety. Modern neuroscience has recently proven why this ancient habit protects the aging brain. Research shows that chronic emotional stress accelerates telomere shortening, the protective caps on our cellular DNA that dictate biological age. When we hold on to emotional pain, our body ages at a cellular level far faster than nature intended. By using the breath as a daily emotional release tool, you preserve these biological markers, safeguarding both your mental clarity and your physical longevity as you gracefully age. And yet, there is one subtle mistake most adults make. Most people try to suppress difficult emotions or force themselves to remain cheerful when suffering inside. This emotional resistance creates profound internal friction, exhausting your immune reserves and heightening physical fatigue. To break free from this hidden trap, permit yourself to feel whatever arises, using long, soft exhales to anchor your spirit, knowing that every emotion is simply a passing cloud in the vast sky of your awareness. Listen closely to what this means for your daily life. When you master emotional releasing through breath, you cultivate an inner fortress of peace that external events cannot disturb. You respond to life's challenges with quiet wisdom, rather than reactive anxiety. You become a soothing, steady presence for your family and loved ones, radiating calm confidence through every chapter of life. The next lesson holds the true secret to restoring your inner energy. Imagine moving through your sunset years with a light, unburdened heart, free from old regrets and future anxieties. By dedicating just a few quiet moments each afternoon to deep, compassionate chest breathing, you give your emotional body the space it needs to heal. You allow peace to become your natural state of being, enriching your days with contentment, gratitude, and profound inner quiet, a state of living that rejuvenates every cell. As we prepare to explore the final sacred secret of the ancient masters, the cultivation of boundless daily vitality and spiritual clarity, pause and take a gentle breath right now. Feel your chest soften and your shoulders drop. You are reclaiming your birthright of health and tranquility. In our final steps together, we will reveal how to seamlessly integrate these breath habits into your daily life for lasting energy, vitality, and supreme peace. If you are sitting here today, wondering how to sustain this deep sense of peace throughout the rest of your life, listen to this final wisdom. Longevity is not merely about adding years to your life, but adding vibrant, joyful life to your years. When you integrate conscious breathing into your daily habits, like brushing your teeth or drinking morning tea, it ceases to be a practice and becomes your natural, effortless way of existing. Perhaps you have noticed in your own life how easily routine daily tasks can pull you back into stress or hurry. But the monks use every simple moment as an anchor for awareness. When you walk through your home, open a window, or tend to your garden, pair the movement with a slow, peaceful breath. This continuous micro-reset keeps your nervous system balanced, preventing fatigue from accumulating as you go about your day. Consider the young disciple who asked his master, "How do I maintain this temple peace when I return to the busy village?" The master held up a clear glass of water, stirred a small pinch of soil inside, and said, "If you keep shaking the glass, the water remains muddy. But if you hold it still, the dirt settles naturally." Your breath is the steady hand that holds your mind still, allowing clarity to return. As the disciple watched the sediment settle to the bottom of the glass, he understood that clarity does not require force, only patience and stillness. Modern psychological research confirms that brief, daily pauses in attention shift brainwave activity from chaotic beta patterns to calm alpha states. This structural brain shift improves emotional resilience, protects cognitive reserves, and reduces age-related memory decline, allowing your mind to stay exceptionally sharp and clear. Johns Hopkins longevity researchers have shown that individuals who maintain higher parasympathetic tone through daily mindfulness and breath control experience significantly lower rates of cellular oxidative stress. By taking just 3 conscious, extended breaths whenever you feel rushed, you actively protect your cellular integrity, preserving your vitality and safeguarding your body against premature aging. Modern neuroscience has recently proven why this ancient habit protects the aging brain. Studies on cellular health reveal that deep, rhythmic oxygenation promotes mitochondrial efficiency, the energy powerhouses within every single cell of your body. When your mitochondria function at peak capacity, you experience consistent, sustained physical energy without relying on stimulants or unnatural fixes. By mastering the breath, you feed your body's energy engines, keeping your spirit vibrant and active throughout your golden years. And yet, there is one subtle mistake most adults make. Most people treat health as a temporary project, practicing for a few days and stopping as soon as they feel slight relief. True biological transformation and lasting mental clarity require gentle, loving consistency. To experience the ultimate benefits of this ancient wisdom, make this quiet breath sequence your daily companion, a sacred appointment with yourself that you honor every single morning and evening, welcoming profound peace into your heart. Listen closely to what this means for your future. As you continue this gentle breath practice, you will notice a deep, unshakable peace taking root within you. Worries that once kept you awake will lose their grip. Physical discomfort will soften. Deep sleep will return naturally, and your days will be filled with a quiet, joyful vitality that inspires everyone around you. The next lesson holds the true secret to restoring your inner energy. Imagine looking back on this day years from now, feeling deeply grateful for the moment you decided to honor your breath, your mind, and your body. You possess all the tools needed to walk through life with grace, strength, and profound inner peace. May your breath be slow, your sleep be deep, your mind be clear, and your heart be filled with endless warmth. Every single day of your long and beautiful life, as we complete this journey together, carry these sacred teachings gently in your heart. Remember that peace is not something distant you must search for. It is already inside you, waiting behind every quiet breath you take. Take a deep, slow inhale right now. Hold it for a peaceful moment, and release it with gratitude. You are whole, you are protected, and you are home.